What's good, folks? Your boy Polo, man. We going crazy with the videos, man. I got some free time, so this is what I enjoy doing, and we gotta stay productive, man. Stay positive, all of that. Polo, the motivational speaker for real. Polo, the inspiration. Let's get right into it. So it's Polo, it's Young Polo, it's Isaac, it's all of that, and this is Polo Talk Sports. Well, I'm gonna talk about sports. We got some more quarterback content for you. And I wanted to do my top 5 MVP, but I'm just going to do top 5 quarterbacks because some of these quarterbacks are, being disrespect. The other ones, are obvious, but, you just have to hear it from me. And this is the order, and I'll tell you why. Let's start from 5, go back down to 1, and I give myself some honorable mentions, as I always do. And starting with number 5, we got Russell Wilson. Yes! I know he might not be in your top 5. He might not be in your top 10. But he's number 5. And I'll tell you why. Jerry Jeudy, he's gonna eat. He's gonna eat. And they also got Cortland Sutton. He's a jump ball. He's a dunker. He's a not a poor man's DeAndre Hopkins, but I'll say a rich man's DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre being a wealthy, wide receiver, top 5 talent. I would say Cortland Sutton is like a knockoff version of that based off, style of play and everything. You throw it up like Russ will, he will come down with it. Same thing he had with DK Metcalf in Seattle. He throws a beautiful deep ball, one of the best in the league, if not the best in the league. He's bound to eat on the Broncos. The hype is there. The pressure, Russ is built for it. Believe that. And, he's number 5. Some of his accolades: Super Bowl champion, been to 2 Super Bowls as well. Also, he's just super motivated. New team, new phone, who this? He's ready to eat. Lamar Jackson is next on this list at number 4. If you didn't know, he's a dog. Unanimous MVP, I believe. Generational talent, he's like Mike Vick meets Cam Newton meets Randall Cunningham meets Russell Wilson. Like he's different. We ain't seen nothing like this before. And now he's gonna be back healthy with his running backs in the backfield, with his O-line, with his defense ready to hunt. He's gonna go crazy. He's one of my favorites for MVP. If I ever do a separate video for just MVPs, Lamar Jackson is definitely gonna be in that top 3. He's about to go crazy, and he's crazy. It's Lamar. Need I say more? Next up, we got Tom Brady. Yes, sir, the GOAT. I got to give him his due diligence. Last year, he just went stupid. He just threw 43 tugs, 12 interceptions, 5,312 yards at 44 years of age. And I don't think he's slowing down anytime soon. As long as he's playing, he's going to keep slinging that thing, especially with that offense. It's more of a... They throw the ball definitely a lot more than they used to in New England. He got Mike Evans. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's also a dog, so he'll eat. They also got this guy named Julio Jones. When he's healthy and on the field, he still can hold on to that rock. He can still catch the ball. So that's all they got to do. They got a lot of weapons. They got a good tight end room. Leonard Fournette makes it easy in the screen pass game as well, and he could run the rock. Their offensive line is going through some trials and tribulations, which is why he's at 3. I don't think he'll win MVP. He does have a chance of doing that, and I think that's another reason why he's playing. I think he wants to get another MVP with all these young quarterbacks, gunning for the throne. I think he's trying to go out like, I am still the best right now, and I'm done. Type vibe. That's kind of what Brady's on. Obviously a Super Bowl MVP many times, 7 rings. Need I say more? It's Brady. Next up, we got Mahomes. I wanted to put him 1, but I had to leave him at number 2. It's just, he obviously didn't get to the Super Bowl this last year, and he did win his MVP, but that was back in 2019, I believe. So it's been a little while since he was actually the best player in football, but a lot of people say he still currently is. I put him in the top 3 best players for sure, and obviously he's an MVP. He's a Super Bowl MVP, and he's been to 4 AFC championships in a row. and that's it. Nobody's doing that. Like Brady's also, someone that's also advancing to the playoffs every year, but he hasn't been in the last 4 NFC championships or NFC, AFC. He was Patriots and Buccaneers. You know how it go. Next up, we got the cheesehead himself, the cowboy, Keanu Reeves, Aaron Rodgers, the man, the myth, the legend. All this quirkiness that he's displaying for the public is, it's turning a lot of people off of him. But, to me, I don't really care, because when you're so talented at throwing the football as he is at playing the quarterback position, when you're that talented in everything, it's gonna come with some quirkiness, some awkwardness, some weirdness, some lack of leadership, if you will. And obviously, the best quarterbacks, the ones that won the most, weren't always the most, physically gifted like Aaron Rodgers is, which is why, he doesn't win as much. But he's just the best at playing quarterback. He doesn't win the most, but he's the best. Back-to-back MVPs. He's 2 of the last 3 NFC championships, if we're talking about winning, in the postseason. He hasn't, brought it home, but it's Aaron Rodgers, man. Need I say more? He has almost no weapons. There's a lot of sleeper weapons on the Packers, and they will have a good run game and a crazy good defense, but, it's Aaron Rodgers, man. He's going to make the magic happen, and we're going to see how special he really is without Devontae. Next up, we got the honorable mentions. Got to give myself the cop-out. Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, he's the next, everything. He's the next Mahomes plus, meets Josh Allen plus, or whatever. Make the playoffs. I'm sorry. That's it. Next up, another honorable mention. Obviously, we got Joe Burr. Joe Burr is my guy, and he was the other. I might have wanted to put him 5 over Russ, because he just went to the Super Bowl and he just put up great numbers. But if you remember back in that regular season, the Bengals were wishy-washy. And if you watched the postseason and paid attention, the Bengals kind of just snuck away with winning every single one of those games, and it just didn't work out for them in that last game in the Super Bowl, even though they did have a chance to win the game. At the end of the game, they still couldn't pull it off, but they did make it to the Super Bowl, which, I could respect that, but I don't think they'll go back. And I do think there's a chance that they might miss the playoffs, because the Ravens are winning that AFC North. And we'll see what the Steelers or Browns are able to do if their offense could get it together, because they both got crazy good defenses, definitely better than what the Bengals have on the defensive end of the field. And, we'll see. And the last, I gave myself one more honorable mention. I had Herbert, Burrow, and obviously Josh Allen. Josh Allen is another one that I could have considered putting 4 or 5, but I just don't. I think the hype is a little too much. Like, I think he finished in the top 3 MVP voting either last year or the year before, which I guess is impressive, but it's not anything tangible, Everyone else on my list has been there and done that, besides Lamar Jackson, but Lamar Jackson's an MVP, unlike Josh Allen. So do that at least, or, actually make it to the Super Bowl. You can't even consider Josh Allen technically better than Joe Burrow. Obviously, the potential and the ceiling is higher, their talent is more, but Joe Burrow did something more impressive than anything Josh Allen has done, and he's been in the league longer. So that concludes my video, man. Reliving my quarterback days through these videos, man, just breaking down the position, because I am an expert, and we out.